There's a brutal truth no one tells you. The more desperate you are to be liked, the less you will be respected. Somewhere deep in the primate brain, excessive agreeableness triggers a primal signal: weakness. And weakness, evolutionarily, is dangerous. By the end of this video, I'll reveal the specific psychological mechanism called the doormat paradox that silently destroys your social status without you ever realizing it. We're going to dissect 3 invisible mechanisms. First, why niceness is subconsciously coded as low status. Second, the shadow psychology behind compulsive people-pleasing. Third, the exact behavioral rewiring that commands respect. But the real revelation, the one that reframes everything, waits at the end. Stay, because most people won't recognize themselves until the final minute. Picture this. You've said yes 100 times this month alone. You softened your opinions before speaking them. You apologized for having needs. And yet, somehow, the people around you seem to take you less seriously with each passing week. You feel invisible, not despite your kindness, but because of it. That feeling isn't paranoia. It's your nervous system detecting a real social dynamic. Here's what the wound actually looks like. Psychologist Albert Bernstein identified the pattern in clinical settings throughout the 1990s. Chronically nice individuals develop what he called invisible resentment architecture. They swallow authentic responses, accumulate suppressed anger, and externally project warmth while internally fragmenting. The mask becomes so habitual, they forget there was ever a face beneath it. That is the psychological ground zero. But here's where psychology reveals something deeply disturbing. Research from the University of Amsterdam in 2011 confirmed that agreeableness, one of the big 5 personality traits, is negatively correlated with lifetime earnings, perceived leadership ability, and social dominance hierarchies. The nicer you measure, statistically, the lower others unconsciously rank your power. The system wasn't broken. It was designed exactly this way. The subconscious machinery behind people-pleasing originates not in virtue, but in fear. Developmental psychologist Diana Baumrinn's longitudinal studies revealed that excessive compliance in adults traces back to unpredictable early attachment, environments where love felt conditional. The child learned, if I disappear my needs, I remain safe. That survival script runs silently on autopilot decades later. What you call kindness, your nervous system calls self-preservation. There's a concept in social psychology called status signaling through refusal. Every time you say no without apology, your subconscious broadcast to others elevates. Every unsoftened opinion you deliver signals neural confidence. Primatologist Frans de Waal documented this in chimpanzee hierarchies. Dominance isn't established through aggression, but through calm, unshaken certainty. Humans inherit the same wiring. The body reads confidence before the mind processes words. The shadow analysis goes darker. Carl Jung called it the shadow self, the rejected, repressed aspects of personality. For chronic people-pleasers, the shadow contains legitimate anger, healthy selfishness, and raw authenticity. Because those parts were punished or shamed early, they went underground. But shadows don't disappear. They distort. They emerge as passive aggression, inexplicable depression, or sudden emotional explosions that confuse even the person experiencing them. Here's the mechanism no one teaches. Respect is not given to those who make others comfortable. It flows toward those who make others slightly uncertain. Social psychologist Robert Cialdini's 1984 research on influence revealed that scarcity drives value, and emotional availability is no different. When your approval is infinitely accessible, it registers as worthless. When it becomes selective, it becomes magnetic. The psychology of attraction and the psychology of respect share the same root. Wait, because the darkest part is coming. The people pleaser doesn't just lose respect. Over time, they become a psychological target. Clinical research from the University of British Columbia, 2014, revealed that highly agreeable individuals are disproportionately selected as manipulation targets by individuals with dark triad personality traits: narcissists, Machiavellians, psychopaths. They don't choose victims randomly. They scan social environments specifically for excessive agreeableness. Your niceness is a beacon. So, how do you rewire this? The first technique is called strategic silence after opinion. State your position once, clearly, without cushioning. Then stop talking. Don't over-explain. Don't apologize. Silence after a firm statement is neurologically read as dominance. Most people rush to fill silence with justifications, signaling insecurity. Train yourself to let the silence breathe. Discomfort is not danger. Your nervous system must learn the difference. The second tool is delayed compliance. When someone makes a request, introduce a pause, even one breath, before responding. Research from Harvard's negotiation program demonstrates that individuals who respond instantly to requests are perceived as subordinate. Those who pause project evaluation and selectivity. You're not being rude. You're signaling that your time has weight. Over days of practice, the social environment around you will begin to reorganize. Third, authentic disagreement without apology. Not aggression, precision. When you disagree, state it as fact, not as personal conflict. "I see it differently" carries far more power than "I'm sorry, but maybe." Neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett's research confirms that confident emotional labeling, naming what you feel without softening, activates trust centers in others' brains. Paradoxically, your honesty makes you safer to others, not more threatening. The proof arrived in 1963 in Stanley Milgram's obedience experiments at Yale. When authority figures spoke with calm, unshaken certainty, no aggression, no apology, 65% of participants complied with deeply uncomfortable instructions. Milgram's revelation: authority isn't about loudness or cruelty, it's about the unshaken calm that signals absolute internal certainty. The most powerful presence in any room is always the quietest certainty, never the loudest demand. Now, the doormat paradox promised at the start. Psychologists Roy Baumeister and Mark Leary confirmed in their 1995 belongingness hypothesis that humans have a deep need to belong. But belonging achieved through self-erasure produces the inverse, deeper isolation. The paradox is this: the more you erase yourself to be accepted, the more invisible you become. Authentic presence, edges, disagreements, and all, is what actually creates genuine human connection. The question isn't whether you're nice. The question is whether your niceness is chosen or compelled. Chosen kindness from strength is magnetic. Compelled niceness from fear is invisible. If this cracked something open in you, subscribe. Next, we reveal the exact psychological patterns every manipulator repeats to find their targets. The bell ensures you don't miss it. Ask yourself honestly, when did you last say something true that made someone uncomfortable?